All right, it's about time to jump into game number one, Chill. And our first map is going to be on Metropolis, but let's talk a little bit about the maps we're going to see, and then we'll hop into game number one.
Absolutely. So the map pool in TSL4 is always standard throughout the tournament. Going to be Antigua Shipyard, Cloud Kingdom, Daybreak, Entomb Valley, Metropolis, and Ohana. The format is going to be both players get a blind veto, and then it's going to be the four maps, and the first map is going to be repeated, kind of old school OSL style. Hack, the Terran player, has chosen to veto Daybreak, which I find surprising as he's left Metropolis on the map pool. A map that has heavily favored Protoss in PvT, as well as favoring late game macro styles. It's kind of your typical macro style, and that's what we're going to see in game one. HasuObs has vetoed Antigua Shipyard. Protoss have shown time and time again they don't like dealing with the Turtle Terran sitting in the middle and just controlling and isolating every expansion except the 3 in the 1 quadrant. So game one, as you mentioned, going to be on Metropolis. As we said, HasuObs, a late game macro player, likes to control the late game, play very macro heavy styles. He's got to be happy playing on a map like this and getting to play twice should this go to game number 5.
And it looks like the game has already started, so we're just going to be hopping right into it, and we'll talk about each of the maps as we get to them. As we mentioned earlier, a best of 5. And that really is going to change the way these guys approach the games as well. Give them a little bit more room to maybe be creative and or flexible in the type of builds they want to bring to the table and or just the type of game that they want to play. And Hack is going to be going for, it looks like a 1-Rax expand. You can see you put down that supply depot there to make sure that no probe was going to get inside. But so far, HasuObs, he's not worried about scouting quite yet. This gateway finishes up, and he's not even worried about where Hack is on this map yet, Chill.
Yeah, I mean, TVP, as the Protoss player, it's difficult to get in there in the early game. If you send that probe out too early and you don't get to see what's going on behind the wall off, not a lot of value there. HasuObs, as we mentioned time and time again, very solid player, so he's not going to be too concerned about the early game build orders.
And Hack is putting down 2 additional SCVs before he drops the CC, so looking to go for some sort of early pressure here, as he's taken no gas as of yet. And yeah, I just suspect that, in fact, he even throws that bunker at the front. And this is something I really like, basically faking what looks to be like an expansion, but could end up actually being, oh, and the Nexus goes down for HasuObs. This is going to be really, really rough. Right now, all he has out, Chill, for units is a 1 single Zealot. He skipped an additional unit of production to get that out, and now he's just going to have a Stalker. And in just a moment, we're going to have 3 Marines coming out at a pretty rapid rate.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely difficult for HasuObs to scout this. He's looking around to make sure there's no proxies in his main base, and he's only got the Zealot at the Watchtower. If he walked that forward and saw a bunker, there's no way he's going to assume anything else is going on behind that. He's going to think classic fast expansion with the bunker to stop the Zealot and Stalker push. And the SCV going to get right in, see the main base of HasuObs, see that there's only 1 gateway there thus far. And, it's full steam ahead into HasuObs' base.
He's loving life right now. Thinking this is great, seeing the 1 gateway. Now, what will be kind of the, I think kind of the critical thing here, as we do have this pylon going up over the 4th, but I'm not going to worry about that quite yet. The critical thing here is that how he reveals these Marines, or rather how many Marines he has. With the Zealot, with the Watchtower, I mean, he can go all the way around the back hallway. Oh, nope, it won't matter. He immediately goes in, and that Zealot at the Watchtower is going to be crucial because HasuObs now has a moment of opportunity to at least go, okay, well, how the hell am I going to be able to, to do this? But at least he's not going to be caught by surprise. Right. And I think what he could have done is, and there's the expansion for Hack behind it, but I think what he could have done is just put the 5 Marines up front, taking out the Zealot or at least chased him away. But he is going to move forward with these Marines, and damage is going to be done.
Yeah, this is a very nice timing. He's getting there. He's actually going to put up a few bunkers, going to snipe that Zealot and be able to charge up the ramp, taking out a lot of units. But HasuObs is mitigating this damage very beautifully, not losing a lot of probes. Looks like he doesn't have the multitask to micro the Stalker in his natural, and he's actually getting chased all the way into his main base. Now Hack forced to pull back with that, but with that bunker completing, this is not looking very good for HasuObs.
Yeah, I mean, if if Hack continues to attack with these Marines, he doesn't have anything to put in that bunker. It may not even matter, but there he's going to fall back. Now he's at least loading up what he can, and now he's got fire, that Nexus under fire. So the bunker fills up. We've still got Marines streaming down, and I think with the command center going down behind this, obviously he's going to be a bit behind on what potentially could have been tech, but the damage was done. If we take a look, he has killed, well, he has killed what? Oh, actually only three probes. I thought he got a lot more than this.
Yeah, the probes actually didn't get targeted very well, and the timing on this was really, really strange to me. Hack actually went three barracks and then started training those Marines and then expanding while attacking. That's really strange if you're going to commit to the attack. It makes sense to me if you want to put pressure on and then fall back to just get a very safe expansion, but things looking a little misguided for Hack. Take a look at the income tab. He's down a full 10 harvesters at just the 8-minute mark, so you know, he's really fallen off in this early game.
He did put his factory down, and we already have HasuObs moving forward in what could be an attempt here. The SCVs to repair that bunker are available, but he's going to go up for it anyway. All the additional units outside that bunker, I mean, there's not a whole lot, and he is going to out-DPS this bunker, and he might be able to push through here. Actually, SCV is going to come out to fight with a few Zealots, and actually, if he would have preemptively put down a pylon, this immediately could have, I feel like it could just kill Hack.
Absolutely. He's charging forward, gonna do full damage. I don't believe this is actually gonna kill Hack, but he's gonna force a lift on the natural. And look how safe HasuObs is playing. He doesn't even want to charge up that ramp, despite there being only, it looks like, 3 Marines, a 4th reinforcing Marine, and a Marauder. He definitely could go up there and just kill Hack right up, but, you know, being the solid, safer player that he is, he wants to just play standard, getting his robotics facility, going straight up to Robo Bay. He's got an advantage, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it really is too bad for Hasu that he didn't have a pylon there. A warping of Zealots could have just been absolutely devastating. Or if he would have had a single sentry to stop any units from actually escaping back into the base. But I agree with you. It's a very smart play for HasuObs here. He knows that he just forced his opponent to lift. He knows that he kills several SCVs, and he can actually just continue to compound his economic advantage and start teching up. And by that, he's already thrown down the robotics facility. The robotics bay came right behind it. So he's just in a great position to be able to comfortably transition over those Colossus and then make another push here in, in a couple of minutes.
And, you know, to add to it even more in HasuObs' favor, he flew his observer right over this medevac that's flying into his main base. Looks like he didn't actually see it, although he had the chance. As the medevac is flying in, we don't see any reactions out of HasuObs, but he's got more than enough units that he'll be able to run in here. Gonna lose a few probes from this drop, it looks like. Let's check how fast his reaction time is. Still not reacting. There he goes. Looks like he's only going to lose 2 probes there as Hack starts to try to take down the Robo Bay. That's not going to be doing as the Stalkers come in. Going to be able to clean this up easily. Hack tries to get out of there, but that's in a dangerous position. Oh no.
Yeah.
Insult to injury.
You know, it's too bad. He should have gone for that robotics bay right away. The reaction from HasuObs, as you pointed out, was not the quickest thing that we've ever seen. But he handled it at the loss of what? A couple of additional probes. Still, I cannot believe that HasuObs has actually killed 10 workers to only the 5 probes that Hack has been able to kill. But here we have another drop coming up here, Chill, into the back end of the base. And this time it is immediately seen. Thanks to that observer that is inside the base. A few stalkers here. If they can kit some nice hits on the medevacs, that will be shut down for a second time.
Yeah, this is a little misguided by Hack. I mean, HasuObs has nothing else to do with his army, so of course he's going to have it spread out. And he's got nothing else to do but macro and look at his mini-map. So we can see he's got 2 Zealots patrolling in the bottom left. He's got the observer actually in the main base of Hack, and he's got another observer on a typical drop pattern into his main base. Hack trying to do some double prong harass, but it's kind of laughable as he's moving forward just a few Marines and 2 Marauders here.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to make its way in. Here the medevacs move in, immediately seeing those stalkers and back off. Wise decision. But here comes a smaller force moving forward. I mean, we do see some Vikings out right now, but I feel like with the 3rd Colossus already on his way and the amount of ground force that there is here for Hasu, like, it's pretty devastating. He's going to let Hack come in, feel comfortable maybe killing a pylon, and then he's going to take a few units out here. The Colossus are going to be shown, but meanwhile, this was an attempt to try to get something done on the inside of his base, but HasuObs just has phenomenal coverage across the board, Chill. I mean, there's really not much he can do. However, I think every moment that he lets Hack now confirm that he has those Colossus get these Vikings out is going to make it a little bit more difficult. Additionally, we do have an engineering bay down for Hack, but he has not started any upgrades. I don't think we've got forges quite. Yeah, okay, double forges are now in full effect. In fact, it's already at 2.
Yeah, just a small mistake by HasuObs. He wasted a chrono boost on that second forge when there was no upgrade in it, but now he's getting the ground armor level 2. And you know, this is, if you've watched HasuObs play PvT, this is his bread and butter. He always does this style. Pretty fast expansion into 3-gate robo, get some Colossi out, and then double forge. So this kind of, we can read into his mind a little bit by seeing him go for a standard play, that he's very confident. He's not intimidated by this Terran player. If he respected Hack, you know, more than he should, he may have gone all in and tried to finish him when he broke that natural. But if he finds himself, you know, the equal or a similar level as Hack, then he's going to go right to his bread and butter. He's going to play for the late game, and that's exactly what he's doing here.
Yeah, he's going to have now a 3rd Colossus out with a 4th on the way. His Blink's almost finished researching, so he can bring that, supplement this army. And he's had coverage of this army the entire time. I mean, this observer, the all-seeing eye here for HasuObs. Typically, we see the Terran like so quick to respond to any sort of a observer inside the main base. But additionally, with the Zealots also watching the 3rd and the 4th, like right now, I've got to imagine that HasuObs is feeling really good right as his 3rd is about to be established here, Chill. It's got to be a good feeling, and he has to know that he is sitting pretty good right now.
Yeah, it's also a little bit strange that both players have kind of taken a while to get their 3rd going. I can understand why Hack has taken so long, because, you know, he doesn't want to die to any sort of mid-game timings. He was so far behind in the early game, but HasuObs wasn't really doing anything, just sitting back and defending. A few units going to come to scout out the army and say hello at the Xel'Naga Watchtower. But now that he's got his 3rd up, we should see a jump in supply. We should see Hasu shoot right up to 200, and that's got to be when he's going to attack. And wow, Hack is actually pushing forward. That's scary.
Yeah, he is. And oh my gosh, he's taken all his SCVs with him. So, well, not all of them. There's a few left behind, but let's just say there's quite a few now. I mean, with the right force fields here, this could be absolutely devastating. Vikings are going to come out right away. Great blink forward. The Zealots get out in front, and there's the force fields going down. A lot of those SCVs actually don't even get into the battle. So good micro of these Colossus, and this is actually looking like a phenomenal little battle coming out here for HasuObs. I mean, we will see the push forward, but the Colossus all survived. There's only one Viking left. There it goes down. And what is left? The SCVs are gone. More Zealots come into play here. It's just a great engagement by Hasu.
Yeah, and even if they trade, you know, HasuObs is way ahead. He's got 3 bases, but they're not even going to trade. 2 Colossi are going to live, and there's the GG. Hack realizing, going all in with